Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 11. This week, we'll be looking at the back of the book, and this is the sales sections of the book, the ABCs of selling, of relationship selling, and we'll be looking at chapter 5, which is sales knowledge, customers, products, and technologies. But as always, I will be starting with a few quotes. So the first one we have is great salespeople are relationship builders who provide value and help their customers win. And we've been talking, I mean, that's the whole premise of customer relationships. It really is about building those connections with customers, getting to know the customers, being proactive, and being able to delight your customers and exceed their expectations. The questions you ask are more important than the things you could ever say. And this goes back to, first of all, listening. We know communication is a really huge part of customer relationship building and being able to communicate and being able to listen, but also ask the right questions. In doing so, you can understand what the customer needs are, what their wants are. You can read between the lines. Again, you can manage their expectations, and you can really understand what it is that the customer really wants. And by paying attention, you're building trust with your customer, you're building confidence in your customer, and by asking the right questions. So being able to ask those questions and, again, listening after you've asked those questions is really crucial as well. This one is simple. If you're not taking care of your customer, your competitor will. And I think the competition will always try and get in there whenever they can. And the whole idea of building customer loyalty is so that no matter what the competitor has to offer, your customers will stay with you. So if you're not taking care of your customers, someone else will. As we know, with globalization, the world is a lot smaller these days. There's a lot more opportunities available to people, and a lot of the same products and services out there. So one of the key ways of being able to differentiate yourself as an organization is through how you treat your customers and the relationships you build with them and what you can do for them. Now we look at sales, and this is a great slide here. And this is the date of this is, I believe, February 2021, where I got this information from. So it is fairly current. And this is specifically about sales. And the thing with sales is also an art, to building relationships. But actually, if you're in a sales position, one of the things that some people fail to understand is that everyone's busy. So when you approach someone, they may not hear you the first time, or, you may not have gotten their attention exactly how you want to. So these statistics are very powerful. So 48% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. 25% of salespeople make a second contact and stop. Only 12 make 3 contacts and stop. And only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. So as you can see, in sales, people tend to stop after a certain period of time. But now the next data is really interesting. Only 2% of sales are made on the first contact, only 3 on the second, 5% are made on the third contact, 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact, and 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. This is really powerful information to remember. And actually, this happened to a girlfriend of mine not too long ago. And she was pitching something to an organization, and it was about her 5th contact. And she almost didn't make the call. And the gentleman that she spoke to said, "Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you called. You've been on my mind. I've been so busy." And anyway, the deal ended up going through. But it really goes to show, perseverance is important. And when you think about it too, when you only make one contact with a person, they don't really know you yet. So if you start making more contacts with them, you start building these relationships, and and you start building that trust, and you're getting to know the client. They're starting to feel comfortable with you, trust. They're building confidence. They're starting to believe you. So that is why I found this slide so powerful. The only times when you really, there is a caveat here, if really to stop is if it isn't a fit, and if they just genuinely are not interested. But often you'll see, again, people are busy. They just put things to the side. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're not interested in you. And if they give you a definite yes or no. So yeah, it's that's, I think, a really valuable slide for everybody to remember. And then the last quote here, I know I've got quite a few, but in sales, it really does take time to hone in on your sales skills. And I think I've said this before, but as a entry-level position or a first-time position, especially if you want to get into a large corporation, being in a sales position is a great way to get your foot in the door, but also to really understand the company, the organization, and the product. So it's not about having the right opportunities, it's about handling the right opportunities. And that goes back to the previous slide as well, really, taking advantage of handling them properly, those opportunities. So in sales, three really key things in terms of building relationships, and it's essential that you know your customers. It's essential that you know the company and the products. So knowing your customers, every organization has target groups, and within those target groups, there could be different segments. So it's crucial that you understand who your customers are, what they're looking for, what it is about your product and company that they are looking for. It's important that you know a lot about your company, because people want to know who you work for. They want to know if it's reputable, if there are processes in place, if it's going to be around a while, what the goal and vision of the organization is. Does it tie in with themselves and their own vision? And how does is there a support system in place should something go wrong? Will there be systems there that can help them? And production facilities, can they handle large orders? And service facilities, again, can we address problems? And then the products as well, and in a sales position and building a relationship and installing confidence, you need to know the product inside out. Every aspect of the product, the performance data, the physical size, characteristics, how many various size it comes in, how it operates, features, advantages, benefits, and why it is they should choose your product over the competition. How are sales doing? How is the future of this product looking? How is research and development taking place in your organization with this product? So these are the things, the knowledge that you need in order to help build relationships. Now, in terms of your approach in sales, in the old days, a lot of sales individuals would focus on the features of a product, but that no longer is enough, because the features are all very obvious. What is it? They tend to be a lot more tangible. But in order to sell something, what is more effective is if you indicate what the features are, what the advantages are to the client, and then also what the benefits are. So the features are typically kind of the physical aspect of the product, the more tangible, and the characteristics. So of a car, it would be how many doors it has, what's under the hood, how big the trunk is, and does it have an entertainment unit? What kind of safety features does it have? Those are kind of the so what's are the features, and it's easy to emphasize these, but it starts to get a little more tricky when we start talking about the advantages. So what are the advantages? How do these the performance of these characteristics? So how can the product be used? How will the product help the buyer? So For example, with the car that I just described, if it has an entertainment unit, well, how can that be used? Well, that can be used if you have children or a family and you're going on a long trip, you have an entertainment unit. Again, if you're a family, knowing that you have the safety features of a vehicle, though that's there are features there to keep everybody safe. Now, taking the advantages one step further is the benefit. So what's in it for me? So what is the result of the advantage? So people are interested in what a product can do for them. It can be both practical and psychological. And when you're talking about benefits, it should be very specific. So, you know, the feature is the car has an entertainment unit. The advantage is that your children will be able to watch a show while you go on a long trip. The benefit, what's in it for me, is, well, you'll be able to have peace and quiet while you're traveling on a 12-hour drive, and that your children are happy and watching their favorite show on the entertainment unit. Same with safety. You know, if the safety features of vehicle, you know, the advantage is that certain things will happen if you do happen to get into an accident, and the benefits are, what's in it for me is peace of mind. So, you know, should, God forbid, something happen, that there are extensive safety features on this vehicle. So the other area that in sales that, you know, when you're discussing products and services with a customer, is also your unique selling proposition. And the reason why this is a USP, as we call them, are important is what makes your product stand out from the competitor? What makes your product superior? Why should they buy from you? And what sets them apart? And really, a unique selling proposition is really about claiming a position in the market. And even if another organization has the exact same product, the first organization to state it owns it. I know if you remember back in 2008, Apple MacBook Air, Apple claimed that its MacBook Air could fit in a manila envelope. Well, there were other laptops at the time that could fit in an envelope too, but Apple were the ones that claimed it. So it made it look like they were superior, but they claimed that position. And there are other organizations that have unique selling propositions. Some of the more famous ones are M&M's, the milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hand. Smarties could say the same, but again, M&M's chose this positioning first, this unique selling proposition. Domino's, and to this very day, we ordered not too long ago, you get fresh hot pizza delivered to your door in 30 minutes or less, or it's free. So, you know, your USP, sorry, unique selling proposition, plays to the strengths and should be based on what makes your brand or product uniquely valuable to your customers. So you have to, you know, really differentiate yourself about something that really your target audience cares about. When someone is ordering pizza, they want it as fast as possible. So Domino's made the claim that within 30 minutes, you get your pizza or it's free. So their target audience, they're meeting the needs of their target audience. And again, other companies may do it, but Domino's, we know, has staked the claim on this. Likewise, FedEx has done the same as well. You know, UPS, other couriers can do it overnight as well, but FedEx has claimed it. And then this is one of my favorites. And a little older. I don't know. I don't know if it's still the same, but I love it. We're number 2. We try harder. So budget is number 1, and but I think this is a great positioning statement that Avis claimed. Okay, so short and sweet this week, and you saw my email regarding the group sales case project. There are no more assignments, no more videos. Now we need I need you to focus on your group case project, and which is really a presentation that I'm asking you to submit via, you know, an MP4 file or PowerPoint. I would like some audio with it. I'd like your whole team, everyone on the team, to speak to the assignment. So first step is selecting your group of 3 to 4 students. And if you don't have a group, I will assign you one, and then I will also assign your group an actual product. And read the instructions carefully of the assignment, because you're pitching to a general manager of a company to sell your product. You're not pitching directly to the consumer. So I'm interested in your sales approach, and also review the grading scheme that has also included. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions. I'm around, email me, and good luck. And oops, I realized I didn't change this, but there you go. Take care, have a great rest of the week and weekend, and I'll be in touch next week. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.